Good morning. This is Sunday and the last day of the cruise. We'll dock tonight, get off the ship early in the morning, and make our way around Vancouver and then start home. I thought I'd catch a little video as we travel through the Inside Passage. I'm not going to be too much, but I'll just give you a view of what the Inside Passage looks like. So here we go. I'm going to flip you around and we'll record a little bit. That's looking along the starboard side of the ship. Some little islands jutting out in various spots, some very small ones, some bigger ones. Fishing boat out in the harbor there, or not the harbor, but out in the inlet. And just love the look of the fog hanging down low over the islands. And then I stepped off the edge there, and then as we span on around and get a shot looking down the ship, just beautiful through here. Even though my little sister was, I guess I was going a little too fast there. I'd be on 5x zoom. My little sister I know was hoping to catch some whales along through here. And you can see behind us there's another ship. I'll zoom in on him a little bit. He's been trailing us since I had breakfast this morning. And I'm not sure exactly what he is. On another cruise ship, I suspect. And so I think he might overtake us. I don't know. So I'm going to pause you and walk around the other side. Okay, this is now coming off the port side of the ship. So this would be looking east, back towards the inland. You see a number of small islands out ahead of us. And we come around and again we got the same kind of fog situation hanging down low over the islands. Little bitty ones out there. And be interested to see an old whale jump up out here, but I'm afraid I just have to stand here all day to see if I could make that happen. Well, not that I could make it happen, see if I could catch it happen. Another little small island and another one, several of them down along the way. Something down there making some waves. I guess that's a little boat. Yeah, can't tell what it is. You probably don't like me zooming around like that, but so I'm just going to kind of sit here and lean against the rail and record for a little bit now. I hope I don't drop my phone in the water. Moving along at a pretty good clip, as you can see. I'm gonna go get some off the fantail now. All right, we're coming off the fantail now. Again, there's that other ship trailing us. Definitely looks to be another cruise ship. And if we come around to this side, Got a little village, it looks like, over here. There's a fishing vessel. See if we can zoom in on him. Yeah, a little fishing vessel out there. And I'm going to go as easy as I can and go around here and see if we can get this village at this room level. Nice little village right there, right on the edge of the water. And again, that's just off the rear on the port side, or starboard side, I'm sorry. So this would be looking out towards the Atlantic. Gives you a little bit of idea of what the inside passage looks like. I'm going to try to pause it again, and but I'll try to pause it again, and then we'll if I can't pick it back up, I'll just start another recording later, further down the way. Later. All right, I'm back. Messed up. Didn't pause it. I just deleted it. Just ended it. So there's a cargo barge, looks like, with a tug. I don't know why I keep looking above it. I apologize, folks. And going down the way. Again, here's a little different perspective off the port side. On the fantail. Just every time you look, it looks a little bit different. Pretty amazing place to travel through. I'll marry this up to another one. Got a little lighthouse on it. Okay, we got a neat little rock out here. I guess you'd call it an island, but check out the lighthouse. I'll see if I can zoom in without bouncing around too much. Now, y'all, this is not me, this is the ship, so y'all understand that. Looks like a pile of rock with a lighthouse on it. Neat. I'll pan around again.
Look at that little baby on it.
I think we're gaining on that ship. Folks, we're winning the race. They're trying to come around on our north side, but I don't think they're going to make it. We're going to beat them. This is just a beautiful area. It's probably, to me, the prettiest. I don't know if you can see it or not. I can't because I got my sunglasses on. But there's a nice little seaflang going across the way. Hopefully you can see it. Duh, where'd he go? He went that way, okay. We missed him. I should bring my tripod down and set this up in the tripod. Alright, I'm going to see if I can step up here to the edge and not fall off. Just get a little more video. Nothing spectacular, nothing special to talk about. Just some more video, but I'm going to show you now that the other ship's gaining on us. And we're probably going to be past us here a little bit. If we do, I'll try to catch a video as we're going by. Oh, let's check it out over here. I don't know what that is. It looks like it could be a little. Oh, y'all tell me. What do you think it is?
1224, we got it rock and roll.
About that. I'm just trying to capture different views. You know, every few miles you move, the scene changes so much. See, there's that little place we were looking at back there. Another little beautiful set of islands along the way. Look how lush and green they are. We'll zoom in a little bit. And then you see the big mountains in the background.
I'd have to have that tube in my purse. You put as much on one side and then right.
What if it was bamboos?
Well, y'all, this is maybe, I guess, the last video from the Inside Passage. It's later in the afternoon now. The other ones I shot early in the morning. It's about 5 o'clock here. We're sailing through Canadian waters now. So I'm going to show a little video now along the route here. So here we go. Watch your head now. All right. The mountains are, as you can see, are getting bigger. You can see a few more, I guess, living quarters, villages, whatever, along the way here than we did down the way. Interesting looking mountaintop there. So we can get out here and see if we can get a little more video. The water's pretty choppy here. If you look at that, there's another little island out there. Lots of little islands along the way. I'm going to just try to hold the camera and walk around the other side. It's going to be very windy on the other side, so probably going to be pretty noisy. But let's just go for a walk and see what it does. We're going to walk around the promenade here. We're on deck 13 of the ship, and this is kind of where the running track is. Goes all the way around the ship, or at least 3/4 of the way around the ship. I guess it stops at the very front. Nothing goes around the very front bow. That did open the front bow, deck 8, when we went into the Hubbard Glacier. The water is just very interesting looking. The sun glistening off of it, and like I say, it's pretty choppy through here. We're basically going to be traveling in and around these little bitty islands as we go into Vancouver. You just saw, I don't know if you saw it, I'll go back and do it again. We'll walk back this way just a little bit. But over here is a golf driving range. And, oops, a little quick there, wasn't it? Hey.
Hi.
And down here they have a basketball court. For those that like to shoot basketball. We'll stop here and catch a little bit more. Unfortunately, we see the soot of the diesel smoke fogging up the air, what would otherwise be pristine air. But we couldn't get here without the diesel. So we're going to go on around now. We're coming up on the fantail. We've been walking along the starboard side, and as we come along the fantail of the ship, down below is what they call the Great Outdoors Eatery. We've eaten snacks for the most part in there, not a lot of meals. And you remember that ship that was tracking us earlier? I think that's probably still it out there. I don't think it ever passed us. But before he was on one side of us, now he's on the tracking over on the other side. It's getting pretty narrow through here if you look. Beautiful mountain right there with the clouds coming down over it. So we're walking around now as we continue around the tail end of the ship, and just grab a little video from behind us. Again, like I say, that ship was behind us. We've been trying to determine what cruise line that was earlier. I think it's probably Holland America. And then now we're looking to the inland side and are off the port side of the ship, and we see looks like maybe somebody's place to live over there. Maybe a village over in there. I don't know. Check out that very interesting mountain right there. I'm going to try to zoom in on it. Just the shape of it. It's just so rounded. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to put you about 2 to 1 for the rest of it. So we've got another little island jutting out here beside us as we walk on around the port side. And again, guys in here shooting hoops. And we'll stop here again. I find this quite interesting. I don't know if y'all will or not. See that mountain right there? Well, if you come right around over here, it looks like the same mountain, just pointing the other direction. That is interesting. I'm going to zoom out now and let you see both sides of that. That is very, very interesting to me. Maybe not to you, but hey, just zoom on by if you don't think so. So we're looking inland towards Canada here. Looks like a road up on the mountain. I'm not sure, but right there, it kind of looks like a road. I bet you if we had the binoculars out, there'd probably be some wildlife along the edge there. Maybe a bear or two. Scavenging for some fish or something. I'm going to walk on around now. Continuing along the port side. And then we get right here. I'm going to zoom up on these passages just a little bit. There's one passageway goes through there. Beautiful mountain way off in the distance. Even some snow cap on that one right there. Right there. Yeah. There's snow cap. And then we look over here, we see another passage right down through there. I don't know where. I'm certain we're going to go to the right side of that island we're looking at. So this is, see if I can get a good shot right down the side of the ship as we travel along. It's kind of interesting to me. We'll see what y'all think. Y'all let me know. We're going to point the camera back now towards the inland side. What is that right there? Almost thought that was a whale for a minute, but I believe it's just a rock formation. Pardon me, I'm not too steady here on this boat bouncing around. I just want to see if that changes position. I believe it may be. Oops. I'm just going to kind of scan the coastline, y'all. Y'all bear with me. I Oh, it looks like they got a big solar panel right there. Somebody's home, I guess, back in there. Beautiful little inlet, little cove. We'll go ahead and scan the bank. Never know, we might see something. No, nothing there. Better back out. All right. See what we find on this end. No, nothing there. I'm going to zoom back out now a little bit, see what we see over that way. Coastline looks craggy and rough, but not much over there. All right, we're gonna walk on forward now, continuing along the port side of the ship. Let's see if we can get up front and shoot some pictures just on the forward off the bow. We'll just continue the walk. We're walking around what they call a promenade, I think. I don't know what happened. I don't know when I lost my. I'll be darned. Okay, somehow or another I lost my video. It went off on me. So I'm not sure what we didn't get. Again, there's that ship behind us. I'm looking inland here. And there's that one channel going through there. The other channel seems to be going around this way. Again, I'm going to try to go up on the front and see what I can get off the top side. I'm going to kind of point the camera up and get past all the sunbathers. There's one of the outdoor bars. I'm going to see if I got enough strength to go up this staircase. I tell you, bronchitis can take it out of you. Guarantee you. Not only did it take the wind out of my sails, it took a lot of money out of my bank account. If you ever go on a cruise, don't get sick, because it is very, very expensive. I just got a bill for a little over $6,000 for my medical care here on board. So did not make me happy. I understood there's going to be charges. Had no idea they'd be that expensive. Hoping some of that will be covered by my insurance. Wouldn't bet on it. Okay. Now, we're right off the forward end of the ship now. And I'm going to shoot a little video as we go into this passage. Down front, you see that's deck 8. That's where we went out and watched the Hubbard Glacier. They only open it at certain times. So, unfortunately, I'm going to get a lot of glare out of the window, but such is life. Hope you find it interesting anyway. So we're sailing to the right of that little island as we travel through this. I think they said something about the Narrows. But you can see the water just kind of swirling out there in front of us. Very interesting. I don't know if we're pushing the water causing that or if it's just that way. Last night was very rough. About 2:30 this morning, it seemed like the ship was really rocking and rolling. Interesting mountain outcropping right there. It's just beautiful through here, I tell you. It's so rustic and almost like uninhabited. I'm sure there are people live back in there somewhere, but not a lot of activity. Sun's done come out and got hot up here. See what's around this bend before we shut this video off. I said like I said, this will probably be the last video coming through the inside passage for this trip. We'll definitely be shooting some video in Vancouver. Be on me. Honeybee. I accidentally hit sorry about that. I accidentally hit the stop button, but there was a honeybee on my wrist. I should have taken a picture of him. And when I turned around, I turned the camera off. My apologies. We'll piece it all together. Make one video out of it. Little ripples in the water. Yeah, how neat that is. When the ship hits those little cross currents, you can just feel it shift side to side. There's a little bird down there. A couple of them. See if they catch anything. You zoom in because the mirror here, or the glass acts as a mirror. Oh, something was out in the water right there. There he is right there. See if I can zoom in on it. Fish breaking surface. Yeah, he didn't come back up. Might have been salmon, I don't know. The fish was definitely breaking the top of the water. Look like we're going to kind of swing wide out into the center of the channel. I can't see what I'm shooting because I've got my sunglasses on, and that hinders me from seeing the screen, and then the sun's in the background. So hope we're seeing what I'm pointing at. Apologize, I'm just not very energetic today, so please forgive me for being kind of blush, but I'm trying. Gotta go home, float alone, pay my medical bills. Yee. Don't ever get sick on a cruise ship. Looks like they've been doing some logging up through there on that side of the island. Of course, I watch a lot of reality TV, and I see a lot of these folks that live out in these undeveloped areas, and they go to these islands and hunt, and that's where they get most of their meat, is out in these little barrier islands. Now, as we come around through here, I'm going to try to zoom down through there a little bit. You can see the Snoqualmie Mountains ahead of us as we're continuing to travel. I think eastwardly. Not real sure. I'm pretty sure that's our direction of travel. I don't know if you're getting anything or not. I hate these glasses. Dude. Only way I can get video without the glasses, stick it through, and I ain't gonna take a chance of dropping the phone in the water. We're gonna ease on around the other side. Get some video off the starboard side here. See what's over here on these little island over here. Might be able to get some shots through this. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting an awful lot of reflection through there. So I'm going to try to shoot right through here. And just catch it as we go by. Try to keep the camera inside the rails of the deck. I'm going to zoom up on the coastline a little bit. We can look up on that mountain and zoom up there. Let's see. A little more snow cap. I can't find it. Beautiful timber. Go back out. That's kind of interesting right up yonder as we go by. I'll try to zoom up on it, how the rocks, the top of the mountain just becomes solid rock. There's that little snow still up in the corner in that little hidden area, shaded area. If you come along down that hill, you see a pretty neat rock outcropping right there. Very interesting outcropping. Sorry about that. See if I can just swing around now and get you a picture of it. Whoop. A gust of wind there. As we look around the deck, I don't know. I expect that's probably a radar dome. Maybe the Scar Lake, I don't know. And come up through here and then see the bridge is below us. You can see the engine down yonder building smoke out. Well, they need to work on that diesel big time. There's a shift clock, 5:15, and my clock's right. So I'm gonna walk a little bit more towards the back now. Sorry. Get away from the windows, the glass. Now, what you're seeing in behind us, that is the area they call Haven, and that's where the rich people stay. Us poor folk are lower down, but the rich people, they have their own balcony and their own decks up there that are partitioned off, and so they get to stay up there in the pretty quarters. That's for the rich folk. All right, now I'm where I can shoot some without all that glass. There's that outcropping I was looking at earlier, and the different little snow areas. Really ought to go down and get my binoculars and glass a little bit and see what's in the mountains up there. Might find some wildlife up there. When I finish this video, I think I'll do that. This is just an absolute awe-inspiring ride right here. To me, it's probably the prettiest part of the trip, at least in terms of video. I mean, in terms of sights seen from the boat. The Hubbard Glacier was pretty spectacular, but this Inside Passage, to me, is probably about the most inspiring portion of the trip. That's where we came from. As we came around this little bend, we're moving on a pretty good clip. And you can see that the cruise liner is just right in behind us. I'm sure we should work on that engine. It sure is stinking. That may be probably part of my bronchitis. It smells throughout the cabin. Down in our... Well, good evening, y'all. It's about 8:30, 8:45, almost 9 o'clock in the evening here on the inlet. this will be the my final farewell video from the ship. The not farewell for the trip, but from the ship. We'll take another video in Vancouver and show you around town there. But for the ship wise, this will be it. I wanted to catch one sunset, and you can see it in the background. This is just a beautiful little sunset. Not as pretty as I'd like to see, but it's pretty nice. And so it's time to call it quits on the ship. See if I can get a little sleep and get up. I've got to be up at 5:30 in the morning, ready to have an early breakfast and disembark at 8. So y'all, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like. If you didn't, well, that's okay. Give me another unlike. I don't care. But just let me know if you enjoyed these. I know the videos have been sketchy so far on this trip. Part of that because some of the transportation we were on had a lot of reflection in the windows, and you can't just, when you ride public transportation, you can't just stop, take pictures when you want to. But and then with my unfortunate illness, I've been a little slow about getting video as well. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed these, and I will see you tomorrow sometime from Vancouver. So y'all have a great evening. I know I'm going to try to. Bye, y'all.